Hello YouTube, Lyricide17 here, but you can just call me Travis, and welcome to installment number 2 of the top 30 albums of 2017, or at least my top 30 of 2017. In this video will be number 20 through number 11. If you missed the number 30 through 21 video that I put out yesterday, maybe go watch that one first. I guess it doesn't really matter if you watch them in order. Actually, it doesn't really matter if you watch all 3 of them, or do whatever you want. I'll put out the content. You watch it if you want to. But anyway, yeah, if you want to watch that one, it's out there. So yeah, go check it out. But yeah, this one, like I said, is number 20 through number 11, and yeah, another great grouping of 10 albums that I'm super pumped to highlight. So yeah, let's stop wasting time. Let's get into it. In the background, we are listening to the self-titled release from Sumerlands, probably my number 2 favorite album of 2016. Super awesome, heavy metal. All right, let's get to number 20. Alright, so just like I did with number 30 through number 21, I'm just gonna, highlight some bullet points for each one. Not gonna spend too much time talking about, the album itself. Just kind of say like, this is what the album is, and here's some facts about it. Alright, so yeah, number 20, Girtablullû. Yeah, this is a band from Canada. Black metal, a little bit of dark ambient too mixed in there. This is released through Malum Arcana on a cool little set here. Yeah, like I said, I kind of think this is sort of a raw black metal, dark ambient. Streetborg, there's kind of a lot of elements with that band that sort of make me think of it. This is the first full length by this artist, so nothing really to compare elsewhere there. Favorite tracks, probably Draconian Chalice, and also Unification with the Abyss. Those are probably my 2 favorite. The last 2 songs on the release. I don't know. I go back and forth between those 2. Which one is my favorite? 13 is one of the top 13 solos. No. Yeah, I kind of just wanted to highlight this guy Zulthis. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but same guy who's in the Project Bazmoo, who one of their albums made. I think maybe number 25. I actually can't remember, but it's in the last video. This guy's just releasing lots of cool stuff that totally just puzzle piece fits right in perfectly for what I'm wanting to hear in my raw black metal. Yeah, just cool stuff. I will continue to follow him like the Pied Piper of Hamelin or something like that. All right. Alright, so number 19, Blood Stronghold, The Triumph of Wolfish Destiny. This is a band, it's an international band. It's got 2 guys in it. One's from Poland, one's from Australia. A black metal band. It's out on Witches Sabbath Records. I don't know, like I would kind of describe these guys as like kind of second wave black metal sensibilities with some super melodic riffing over the top of it. It sounds just awesome, epic, if I didn't say that already. This is their second full-length album. They had one that came out in 2014. I have not listened to it. I need to, because this album obviously is awesome, but nothing to compare in regards to that. Favorite tracks, Blood Moon Empire, the title track, The Triumph of Wolfish Destiny, The Rise of the Woven Sun, another good one. Top 13 solos, no, once again, I promise you there will be eventually. Sorry, I promise there will be a solo to mention on one of these albums eventually. And anything else to add? No. Alright, so number 18, Lich King, the Omniclasm. This is a band from the US, thrash metal. This is a self-released album, which is kind of funny because for the longest time I sort of just associated Stormspell Records with this band. To me, Stormspell Records was the label that released Lich King albums. So it's interesting for this year when I've super gotten into Stormspell Record releases, for them to release an album in 2017 that actually I think is self-released, if I didn't say that already. I don't know, ironic, is that a good usage of that word? Moving on, this is, thrash metal, just super catchy riffs, like it says, actually, now that I say that, this is such a Stormspell Records thing to do, have a little saying, but yeah, metal's supposed to be fun. Super catchy, awesome stuff. This is their 6th full-length album, 5th if you don't count that chiptune retro thrash video game album we did. So yeah, probably their 5th album. This is probably my 3rd favorite overall, with probably Toxic Zombie Onslaught and Born of the Bomb being the 2 albums that I like more, but this is a great album, one of their best. Like I said, number 3 probably for me at the moment. Super good, I like it a lot. Favorite songs, Weapons Hot, always enjoy those little short little songs that start off albums. Preschool Cesspool, crossover songs are too damn short. Civilization and Lich King 6, the Omniclasm, those, several of the songs are awesome. Top 13 solos, surprisingly no, especially when you consider that the opening solo to the song Axe Cop from their previous album, Born of the Bomb, is one of my, I love that solo. So it is kind of surprising that no top 13 solo for this album, but it is what it is, only 13. Anything else to mention? Nope, that's it. So number 17, I'm gonna take this out because it's really dark. Shaarimoth's Temple of the Adversarial Fire. This, along with the one I mentioned in the last video, Sacri's Cult, Forgotten Rites, is probably one of my most shocked, untalked about albums because this album rules. They're out of Norway, playing death metal. Just like sort of epic sounding death metal. It almost kind of sounds like it's projected through like a black metal lens in a way. I feel like it has a lot of sort of black metal aesthetics to the sounds. I'm not sure what I really mean by that, but it sounds good to me. But yeah, just really cool epic death metal. This is their 2nd full-length album. They have one that came out 12 years ago, 2005. I haven't listened to that one, but I need to. Favorite songs from the album, most definitely Lord of Petrifaction, and also Faceless Queen of the Bloodstained Dream. Those are easily my 2 favorite standout tracks from the album. Top 13 solos, no. And anything else I want to mention beyond the fact that check out this album because no one else is listening to it. That's all I got. Alright, so number 16, Havok with Conformicide. This is a band out of the US, playing thrash metal. Alexa, no one was asking you anything. Alexa. USA, that's where they're from, thrash metal. This is out through Century Media. Sounds like Warbringer, or a lot of the more traditional sounding bands playing thrash that are more current. This is their fourth full-length album. Actually, kind of it's sort of neck and neck with my favorite, which is Time Is Up. I initially was like, Time Is Up is definitely better. I like it more. But the more I listen to this one, the more I realize it's pretty good. I like it a lot, and it rivals maybe Time Is Up for the #1 slot. But regardless, really good. I like it a lot. Favorite songs: Hang 'Em High, Dogmaniacal, Initiate, Intent. Wow, why can't I think of the title? Intention. Wow, Intention to Deceive. Intention to Deceive. And the fact that those 3 songs are 2, 3, 4 make for just you're by the end of that you're hooked through the album. Top 13 solos. Yes. Okay, let's talk about this for a second. Okay, so I initially had intended to do a top 10 solos list. I kind of, I made a playlist of about, I don't know, maybe 40 to 50, somewhere in that range of songs that were solos that I knew on top of my head that was a solo I liked. And I kind of spent one whole day just like listening to those songs over and over and over, slowly eliminating solos here and there. I tried to get it down below 13 to 10, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't get below 13, and since 13 is my favorite number, I decided, what the hell, let's just stick with 13. So yes, Havoc is the first band to have a top 13 solo. It is in the song Dogmaniacal. In the link below, if you check it out, it starts at the 13:32. Yeah, go to that timestamp, and that's about when the solo will start if you want to listen to it. And anything else I want to add? No. Number 15, and probably actually the album that I've seen show up on the most other people's lists, which is cool because it's a rad album. And yeah, you probably already saw it. So Sons of Crom, The Black Tower. This is another international band. One guy is from Sweden, the other guy is from Finland. Black metal, Viking metal stuff. This is released out through Bindrun and Mrtvih. Like I said, black metal. It's got lots of cool influences going on. Black metal, Viking metal. There's some power metal, some folk metal elements. Kind of sound like that. Sounds like Viking metal era Bathory. Just awesome. Cool, clean vocals. Awesome black metal harsh vocals. Awesome solos. The one in blanking now. Black Wings Up High. That is a Quarathon solo if there ever has been one. Sounds awesome. Perfect. This is their second full-length album. They had one that came out in 2014, which I have not heard, which is kind of seeming like a trend. Second albums that I have not heard the first one yet. Need to get better about that. But there's a lot of music. What do you want me to do? Favorite songs, In the Fire Reborn is a good one. And then the last 4, I really feel like once Black Wings Up High starts, the band just crushes it from there on. Summoning the Starborn, Vimeinen Laki, Rebirth of the Sun, great songs. Yeah, just great. Top 13 solos, yes, this is another one to have a top 13 solo. It is in the song Vimeinen Laki. Forgive my pronunciation. If you click on the link, it goes to their Bandcamp. And timestamp is 3:20 for that song if you'd like to listen to it. Anything else to mention? Not really. I did kind of just I thought something I thought was funny that I wanted to mention was I hate on Bandcamp when you get to that point. And maybe you've never done it. Some of you I'm sure have. When you get to the point when you've listened to it enough, they are like, "Hey, you should buy this." And in this scenario, I've already purchased it, just not through Bandcamp, and so It makes me still feel sad when I say no thanks and it has the little heart and it breaks. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Sons of Crom, The Black Tower. If you love Bathory, check out this band.
Become stronger when I'm asked to perform. I write so long that when I'm finished, I unfasten my arm. I came straight out after conception, that's how fast I was born. I drink a glass of chloroform and then I pass it along. See among the fascinating world mysteries.
Number 14, this is the collaboration album between K-Rino and DLP. They're both from the United States. This is rap. Beat Shack Productions put this out. I think that's maybe DLP's label, or maybe someone he's associated with. Not really sure. This is, pretty typical K-Rino, wordsmith, rap going on. Kind of old school beats going on with this. I think it's because DLP's using one of those pads. Yeah, this is actually the first collaboration album I've ever picked up from K-Rino, which is kind of crazy because I have like over 20 of his solo albums. But yeah, it was a new release with K-Rino, so I was like, shh, I want it. Had to get it, and was not disappointed. Great album, like I said, number 14. In terms of if I had to put it along with his other solo work, I'd probably put bottom third, but that's. I have 20 of the dude's albums. Clearly, I love him. So even the albums that are near the bottom are still freaking amazing. Favorite tracks: Don't Try to Run Now, Look at How the World Is, Me or My Way of Life, No Apologies, Money, classic K-Rino all over this place. Good stuff. Top 13 solos. No. Anything else that I want to mention? If you guys have never listened to K-Rino, do it right now if you like rap. Alright, lucky number 13, Stereo Nasty, Twisting the Blade. This is a band out of Ireland. They play heavy metal. This is released out through Storm Spell Records. Hooky riffs, hooky as hell riffs, kind of gravelly vocals, kind of like more often than not kind of have sort of a mid-tempo-ness to their sound, which is kind of cool because, a lot of heavy metal and stuff that I listen to kind of skews towards more of the just like blazing fast, so it's kind of cool to get something that's not just like 1,000 miles an hour the whole time, but again, the riffs, hook. This is their second full length. I've actually listened to their first full length, Nasty by Nature. Another great album. I think that I would probably put both of them about on par with each other. Yeah, really good stuff. Favorite tracks from this one: Kill or Be Killed, No One Gets Out Alive, Near Dark, the title track, Twisting the Blade, Becoming a Beast. Like I said, hooky riffs, can't get enough of these songs. Top 13 solos, no. Anything else that I wanted to mention? In this case, no. Alright, number 12. This is from band Obscura Tatum. All the titles are in Croatian, so I'm not even going to try to pronounce them, so I'm just going to show you. This is the title of the album. Yeah, this is a band out of, I think it's just one guy, Bosnia and Herzegovina. They play black metal. This release, which here's the CD. Everyone else looks picked up the cassette, because the cassette had a bonus track, which is rap. This is released on Black Gangrene Records. Raw black metal, a little bit of noise. I kind of feel like there's some DSBM elements in there too, which I enjoy. Just razor wire guitars, tortured moan vocals, which I love. Just super cool. This is their first full length, although they did have a demo that was released last year, called Vampirska Kakafonicja, which I probably shouldn't pronounce that one either, but I did. That one, I kind of just sort of listened to it as an album, so that one's really good. I actually like this one more. in terms of favorite songs, like I said, it's there in Croatian, so I'm not even going to begin to pronounce them. But here are my favorites. And yeah, just a super cool release. Yeah, check it out. Top 13 solos, no, and I have nothing else to add. Again, this is Obscura Tatum, and this is this album title. Number 11, and the last one of this grouping of 10, Addicts Sanctimonious. This is a band out of Germany. They play heavy metal. This release is out through Van Records. Sounds like King Diamond. If you like King Diamond, you will definitely like this band and this album. This is their second full length. They had an album that came out in 2012 called The Invocation. What I like about this album versus that one is that I feel like with this album they sound less like we're just worshipping King Diamond. They kind of felt like they sound like they got their own sound with this one. Obviously, you know, there's a lot of stuff that sounds like King Diamond, the falsetto vocals and all that. But I do kind of feel like they kind of came into their own on this album. Favorite songs: A Serpent in the Pulpit, Die, or D, I think it's Die, Engel, Mancheren, obviously in German, The Hound of Heaven, On Choir Stalls, another one, probably my favorite actually, On Choir Stalls, Top 13 Solos. They had several in the running, but no, in this case, I do promise there are bands that have top 13 solos on this list. Anything else I wanted to mention? Only thing I want to say is this is probably the album that did the most growing on me this year. When I initially listened to it, it was, you know, it was good. I enjoyed it, but I kind of, you know, didn't really think too much of it. But the more and more I listened to it, the more and more I realized that, like, there were tons of riffs and vocal parts and solos and stuff that I really liked, and I kept coming back to it, and yeah, just super into this album. I wanted to put it in the top 10, but not unfortunately. But fortunately, there were 10 albums that I thought were more enjoyable than this one even. So yeah. But you know, again, can't spend too much time praising this album, because you should spend your time instead listening to it because it rules. That was kind of a ramble right there, but that's okay. So yeah, that's number 20 through number 11. If you're familiar with any of these releases, please let me know what you think of them. And yeah, tune in tomorrow when I will be telling you what my top 10 albums of 2017 are. Pretty excited to get into that with you. So yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. Like I said, if you're familiar with any of these releases, let me know what you think of them. If you are not familiar with any of these releases, or, you know, some of them, whatever, links in the descriptions. If any of them sound familiar, definitely check them out, because like I said, in my opinion, I think they rule. Yeah, that's all I got. Have a good day.